Fantasy TV, where we get the inside scoop on your real passion, dig deep into your aspirations, and make that fantasy dream become a reality. Today's fantasy is about a woman who's carving her own lane, inspiring other fellow Caribbean women like herself to follow their dreams in the form of publicity, newspaper writing, and public relations. Working amongst the likes of Caribbean Music Awards, Cottage Home Care, and even One Media Management. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tracey Khan in the building.
Woo!
Outside.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Now talk to me. What brings you up on my platform?
So I have worked with you several times.
Countless.
Let me say, listen, it is such a joy working with you, with your company, the level of professionalism that you exude. That's why, any event that I get to hire you, anything that I'm doing and it's within my control to hire you, like hire someone, I always hire your company, and everyone loves you. Everyone that I've introduced you to. So I saw the podcast, absolutely amazing. I love the vibe, the energy, super positive. So I'm like, yeah, definitely, I got to pop out.
Nah, definitely, of course. Now, let's get the ball rolling. Let's talk to the people about some of the events that we've worked with and some of the companies that you partner with along the way.
Yeah.
First one, let's get the ball rolling. Cottage Home Care.
Yes. So I'm the PR consultant for Cottage Home Care. It's basically if anyone needs home care, that's what they offer to seniors. And the company also has a sister company where they train people to become home health aide, which is through the Brooklyn Institute of Vocational Training. So I do the main PR for them. I also work with this rum punch company. It's called Link Up Rum Punch. Yes. I'm the PR consultant for Link Up Rum Punch as well, among several other things, places, people.
Definitely. Now, talk to us about your relationship with Link Up. Being a Caribbean woman, Guyanese, of course, talk to me about how important it is to collaborate with Black-owned Caribbean spirits.
It's super important because I'm Caribbean, so I understand the importance of spirits. I grew up in the household where, it's just a normal thing, very prominent, even though I stay away from it personally. It's super prominent. And then rum punch is, like when you say rum punch, it's just Caribbean. And so, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. Goes hand in hand.
It goes hand in hand. So it was just a no-brainer when the CEO reached out for us to work together, and it's been absolutely amazing.
Of course. Now, shouts out to Miriam. She also had a dope sponsorship recently with
T. Honcho.
Yes, we had an amazing
the Black Culinary Mixture. That was dope.
Yes, Beyond the Plate was amazing. A lot of our guests came out. It was a dope time. She actually had a sponsored rum punch, and it also was an espresso martini on the drink menu. It was amazing.
It was.
Definitely. Now, besides from that, let's talk about your background, upbringing, of course. Before you were a public relations consultant, what would you do before this? What was your career?
A journalist. That's all I've done my entire life since I was 18 back home. I'm Guyanese. So I started when I was 17 working at a local TV station, and I have not been able to do anything else. I've evolved in the journalism space, being a publicist, doing marketing, but I'm still in journalism, writing for quite a few magazines, newspapers. I'm the managing editor for Music Exclusives TV. So I'm still from 18. I've never really done anything else. It's crazy.
You killing it, respectfully.
Thank you.
Now, talk to us. Can you remember your first newspaper or blog that you've read growing up from childhood?
It was like the local newspapers back home in Guyana. Like we have just basically 4 newspapers. So it was like those things, the newspapers. But I remember like seeing women who were TV presenters, and I was like, so blown away by them. But at the time, I didn't think that could have been me. My grandmother did, though. God rest her soul. Yeah, she did. But I would just admire them, and I was inspired, seeing that, young women, they're doing amazing things. And I was able to do that and inspire other young girls and just women in general.
Of course, salute. Now, let's take a trip down memory lane for a second. Let's talk background history. You, of course, are not an only child. You have siblings.
Yes.
Talk to me about your long family tree.
Yeah. So I am the eldest of 7 kids. I have 4 brothers and I have 2 sisters. And my next big title in life, I'm an auntie. I have 11 nephews and nieces. So, I'm super family oriented. I've always been that way. And that is as a result of my grandmother. Like I saw how she went out of her way for us and to keep us together. That was super important for her, and literally keep us together. She wanted everyone to live close to each other. for everyone to have their space, but to live close to each other. And like so much of my grandmother, I did not realize until like recently how similar I am to her. I'm always trying to keep everybody together. So, you know, it's kind of weird that I've like taken on that role, her role.
Now, talk to us about like background and everything. When it comes to that, did you try to like, were you always so my fault. Were you heavy on community when you growing up as a kid? Did you always have a good relationship with your sisters, your brothers?
Yeah.
There was never like no sibling arguments.
Oh my God, we fight every 1 to 2 business days. Even now, what do you mean? Every 1 to 2 business days. My mother is like, she's like, I like to address things too much. I like to communicate. Like if something is bothering me, family, relationship, I like to address it. And you know, it gets uncomfortable and not everyone can just like communicate and agree to disagree and, you know, remain respectful. My mother, she believes in, leave it. Sweep it under the rug and it's gonna just go away. I don't believe in that. Like, and you have things harping on your mind and your heart, and it affects your spirit. And so, every 1 to 2 business days, me and my siblings, we would stop talking. We're always bumping heads. But let me tell you, I do not play about my siblings. Once you know me, you'll know that, and they don't play about me.
You're very defensive with your siblings.
Yes, my siblings, and especially like my little sister, like she is interesting personality, but she don't play about me.
You know
Both of them, but that one, like, she is literally ready to fight.
Respectfully. Now, come on now. Let's talk. Let's push the agenda forward. So, obviously, you have a big family essence when it comes to background growing up. How do you feel about when it comes to, like, parenthood and everything? Do you yourself want to have a large family?
No.
Plus 5 kids?
No.
You're not doing the 5, 6 kids, 10 kids? We're not on that?
Oh, my God. 10?
Okay, so what's your limit?
1.
Literally. I did not expect 1. From having 7 siblings, you want 1 child?
1. Like Guyanese would say, 1 grain picnic.
That's it.
That's it. Just 1. Like, because I grew up in a big family and, like, I absolutely love it. But, like, it takes a lot. I would ask my mom even now, like, where did you get the capacity to raise 7 kids? I'm like, my dad wasn't always there and always supportive. So I just don't see myself stretching anymore than 1. And then I have, like, 11 nephews and nieces. And I have 2 siblings who don't have kids like myself.
A super aunt.
Yeah, super. Like, and you know, and I think people, I don't know, some people have a misconception about me, the way that I love on my nephews and nieces. It's very healing for me because I didn't really have, like, I wasn't as close to my aunts like I am with my nephews and nieces. So in so many ways, it's very, very healing to be there for them. So they're actually, I feel like, helping me.
It makes you feel like you're catching up on past time from your aunts and uncles haven't really reconnected.
Everything that I did not get, you know, from, I'm able to get through the relationship that I have with my nephews and nieces.
I feel that same way about like fatherhood and everything. So, you know what I'm saying? When I grew up, I was an absent father. You know what I'm saying? So my pops wasn't really there for me. And I feel like when you go through that, you know just exactly what to do for when you have your children. By seeing them doing what they didn't do, it tells you what to do in a relationship or in a community. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. A family, exactly. It teaches you how to be a great co-parent.
100%. Same thing. You know, so like, and those kids, like the love of children is so pure, so powerful, so innocent. And like, you know, those kids have helped me through literally everything, just being there.
That's beautiful. Now, for real. Now, talk to us about the couple companies that you work with. Besides Cottage Home Care, you also work with Brighter Opportunities Through Trade as well. Let's talk to us about that event that we did. Yeah,
so we worked on that event. That event was actually headed by my really good friend, and like I call her a big sis, Melissa Noel from Melanin Media. So she brought me on board to help her with that event for BOT. That was absolutely a phenomenal event. Yes, and we worked on that. We saw the impact or the continued impact that BOT they're making. So that was phenomenal. I've worked on, and these are things that I don't even post, but I'm working on changing that. For Cottage Home Care, we did quite a few community events. We
Christmas time, yeah, I did something.
Yeah, we had a party for like 400 kids.
Amazing.
It was phenomenal. We transformed this like warehouse into a Christmas village for the kids. Everyone was so blown away. Yeah. That was phenomenal. We had, our staff party. We've had things for women. We had a dinner and dance for seniors on Valentine's. as well. And I'm working on quite a few more events through Cottage Home Care. That company is extremely phenomenal. They're community oriented. They understand their corporate responsibility. And so it's a pleasure and a joy working with them. And like I said, we have so many amazing community events coming up through Cottage Home Care and Brooklyn Institute of Vocational Training.
Check it out. You don't want to miss it. In the heart of Brownsville, too, at that. 131 Powell Street. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Brighter opportunities through trade. So far, we've addressed 2 companies you work with. Besides that, what are some of the companies that we don't know about that you've worked with under the scenes?
So some of the places that I work with as a freelance writer, I worked with Essence, The Essence, writing for them. And again, I got a shout out to my good sis, Melissa Noel. She brought me on. She was the editor. And she's always dragging me along anywhere that she goes. She's like, oh, I have an opportunity for you here, and like, I always got to shout her out. Just an amazing person. So Essence, I'm currently writing for Sheen Magazine, for Femi Magazine. I'm also writing for Hype Hair. Hype Hair is like a staple in the Black community. All things hair. They're like the authority on that. And I also write for Caribbean Life newspaper. Absolutely love writing for Caribbean Life newspaper. I'm able to focus on, just the Caribbean people, all of the talents, all of the amazing things that Caribbean people are doing here in New York and throughout the world. So, those are some of the places I write for. I'm also the managing editor for Music Exclusives. It's basically a music online brand blog. Where we cover anything and everything that's entertainment, red carpets, interviews with artists, festivals, shows, the full work. So those are some of the things. And I'm currently working with this amazing company, Witty Designs. She does branding. So you guys are going to hear a lot more about Witty Design. She does amazing websites. She did this website for Vibes Cartel and countless others.
Come on now, be outside.
Yeah, and she's Trini like you.
Come on now, big up the gala. Respectfully.
So I'm working with her to do all of her branding and PR, and in talks with a few other people through my PR media management company, One Media Management.
Yes, respectfully. Now let's piggyback a little bit. Let's talk about Caribbean Life for a second. You've written for a lot of illustrious business owners across the NYC and the tri-state,
including your amazing self.
I mean, besides from the mobile bartenders, you also speaking about chefs, restaurant owners, rum. You know what I'm saying? People who own their own rum companies. Talk about the different career paths that you've spoken about with Caribbean Life.
So when I started with Caribbean Life, I would say I wrote pretty much about any and everything. And now I feel like through the newspaper, I'm finding my niche because I love to write about, entrepreneurship, lifestyle, culture, beauty. So I feel like those are the things that I'm most passionate about. Anything that women are, women empowerment, but lifestyle, beauty, culture, those are the things that I focus on through career. Yeah, the most. Anybody who is just doing a business, and just trying to get the business out there. I try to use the platform that I'm afforded to give them that spotlight. And I got to shout out, Chef's Media, Caribbean Life, because they have afforded me that opportunity to do that. And it goes a far way for a lot of businesses.
Definitely, for real. We're going to talk about you writing my first newspaper blog ever. So I actually want to thank you for that because I'm keeping the ball rolling with other newspaper blogs, but I will always remember this as being the first one. And for that, the legacy will always continue. The fantasy will keep going on with your help. Thank you so much.
Yes, for sure.
Come on now, we outside. Definitely. Yes. Now, let's talk about it for a second. When it comes to, podcasting, is this your first podcast? You don't seem nervous.
Because I guess I'm not usually on this side of things.
For me?
I'm on your chair.
Okay, you're asking. You
yeah,
asking questions.
I'm asking the questions.
Now, you the superstar. You find I'm saying it's a little bit different.
That part.
Respectfully.
So, I don't know. And then, you're my friend. You're my brother.
For me, it's nothing. Like, you having a conversation with your peoples. It ain't nothing.
That's what it is. So, I guess, I'm just chilling. I don't really do a lot of podcasts, a lot of interviews because I'm like, oh, it's a little bit weird. But this one is special. I think this is actually, the first one I'm doing, ever, I think.
Come on now.
So, and it's with you. I appreciate you.
Outside, respectfully, fantasy TV. The girls that get it. Respectfully, though. Come on now. Now, talk to me. I see you sipping over there. What you sipping on? What's that? talk to the peoples. Now, we're going to get right into it. What you drinking tonight, sis? Fantasy TV. All my guests get a drink tonight, but you obviously chose to go mocktail. So, what you sipping tonight, sis?
Sprite. Shout out to Sprite.
Shout out to Sprite. It's crazy. Nah, so let's get into this, sis. You love working with your boss, and you always gonna put me on the events. But talk to me why is drinking not a habit that you picked up on, being a part of the Caribbean community yourself?
And a Guyanese person. So Guyanese people, they're known for many things. One includes, drinking a lot of rum or liquor. But it's like, my family was separated. My dad struggled with substance abuse. And so that's basically why my parents, they separated. Mm-hmm. And so I grew up with fear because I'm not a person, I don't party. I'm very chill. I focus on work.
I'll see her at a networking event, not a club or something. Word.
Which, nothing against that, but it's just not my vibe. It's just not my thing. Like, you'll always see me at a networking event.
Yes.
Like, at a brunch. I love a brunch, like that type of thing.
Communicative things, intimate stuff.
Yes. But no, seriously, like my dad struggled his whole life with substance abuse. I saw that and I said, from a young age, I said I will never drink or smoke or, be a part of that. And my mother made sure that my mother is such an amazing woman, Christian woman. She brought us up godly, and sometimes I divert and stuff, but thank God.
Go back to you know what I'm saying?
Because this scripture has been ringing in my head so much. Like, train up a child in the way they should go. When they're old, they won't depart from it. You may divert, but I feel like God would not let me fully come out of it.
Come off track.
Yeah, no, I do divert, but He won't allow me. So I just for that reason, it destroyed my family. I committed to myself that it will never be a thing that I do. Thank God I've stuck to it. And then I tried some wine, and I'm like, this is what y'all acting up about. Like, that shit ain't.
It takes a lot of. I'll say this about wine. It takes a lot of cups of wine for you to feel the effect. But it's cool,
no, I felt the effect. But I felt the effect. Child, the ghetto. But I'm like, this don't even taste right.
I get what you're saying. It was a red wine or like a Sauvignon Blanco.
I don't even know what it was.
So it's all good.
I'm not. Yeah. Tell me about a mocktail.
Respectfully, fellas, tap in. This is not a wine girly or liquor. We going straight mocktails over here. Respectfully.
So so that's the reason why. And at one point too, I got scared. I'm like, because they say addiction is something that it could go on to generations of families and stuff. And I'm like, what if I do drink, and what if I actually like it?
No, for real. And
was a fear.
No, I totally understand what you're coming from, because I want to jump more into this, because I saw a TikTok post that really made me want to say this to my family members. And I saw how basically this woman was saying how the Caribbean community, liquor is very prominent in us. Yes. And we especially when it comes to uncles, we do not, it's very normal to us and we think it's okay, and it's not. Prime example, few weeks ago I had a funeral to attend on my aunt's side, right? And now, when I tell you, literally every male at this funeral, including myself, bro, a bottle of liquor in their jacket. That is not regular.
Very Caribbean.
To a funeral, though, that's not okay.
Oh my God, that's where they drink the most. What are you talking about?
I know, but when I say this to my, how can I say, not Caribbean family, they're like, yo, that's not okay, that's not regular. Why y'all coming to a funeral? But now that I notice, okay, so it's regular. We all, okay, every other family gonna come to the funeral with a bottle in their pocket.
Or two.
Okay, we not crazy. Okay, all right, but still,
oh my God,
that's not okay.
That's where Caribbean people will drink the most. At least I can speak for, I'm Guyanese. Oh my God, that's where it goes down.
I feel you. Since my father kill a bottle of Guinness, he don't play, respectfully.
So that's where it goes down. But thankfully, I'm like, it's not something that I'm interested in.
I respect it and I admire it, because I wish that's something that I picked up myself, respectfully.
You a bartender, you be doing your thing, and the good thing with you is that you know how to manage it. You're not addicted or anything like that, so it's all good.
And most importantly, when I am intoxicated or whatever the case may be, I'm not harassing people. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of people who, when they get drunk, don't know how to control themselves. They start speaking their mind, and now you want to harass your staff. Now you're not getting booked again. Yes. Now you just lost out on your bread, because you, I'm saying, thinking about the wrong things right now, thinking with the
crazy.
Other hand. Come on now, respectfully. Now, we're going to jump back into business talk for a second. You've hosted a lot of panels for a second. How do you prepare yourself to host a panel?
So, Mostly, you know, I would just get familiar with the speakers, get familiar with the topic, the why. Why are they doing
Purpose,
this?
why we here?
What's the purpose? And, you know, how will people benefit from this? And most of the panels that I've hosted, you know, most of them are like women panels. And so I just keep that in mind and know that I'm representing a whole brand and understanding their purpose so that I could actually, like, you know, sell that to the audience. So obviously, you know, you do your research. It's a lot of talking to yourself, talking in the mirror, a lot of practicing, that type of thing. So that's basically, you know, how I would prepare. Just a lot of research.
No, definitely. Now, any advice you have to women who about to speak on like their next upcoming networking event, panel, or everything? What advice do you have to give to them? Don't be shy, be nervous. What shit, you know what I'm saying?
I would say just be yourself. Like, you know, once you're put in certain places and certain position, that is for you. And I'll always say, what is for me, you cannot have. And what's for you, I can't have. And so God put you in, you know, that room, that place, that position for a reason. And so, you know, just tap into yourself, go with your authentic self. Don't try to be someone else. People, they're going to respect and love you for you. You know, you're not trying to be someone else. Just be yourself, be prepared, do a lot of research. And just like, you know, you should have mentors or people who you're like, oh, I like this style, how they do panels. And, you know, kind of like just keep following them and you know,
add your own twist to it.
Of course, because you don't want to like try to be that person, but we all need mentor and guidance from other people who've already done it, and just add your twist to it, add you to it, basically.
Of course. Now, last question when it comes to panels. Have you ever felt nervous when it comes to this, speaking in front of a group of people that you don't know? It's very nerve-wracking.
Yes. I mean, definitely. I've been nervous. Even like when I interview artists and stuff like that, I do get nervous. But I'm like, listen, I'm here for a reason. And also I remind myself, like, this is an answered prayer. Like, I prayed for this, and I'm actually like living in an answered prayer. And I just like, you know, tap in and give it my all.
Of course. Now we're gonna take a step. This combo for the girlies for a second. What's on the face for today? Who beat the face? Is it Glow?
Me? But Glowface.
Okay.
No, but Glowface is not here, unfortunately.
It's all good.
Glowface is in Vegas, living it up, having a time.
Well, her makeup artist on vacation.
Sure. He is having quite a time. My makeup artist is Mikey. That's my friend. That's my brother. Always on the face. So shout out to Mikey, but he's not on it today. But he always comes through. He's like, don't use this color lipstick, or don't do that, or. Yes, so you know, this is some of his help still. And my hair, I got to shout out to this amazing hairstylist. She's actually here in the Bronx.
Hey, shout out Bronx.
Yeah, shout out Bronx. Her name is Ista J. She did my hair. She is absolutely amazing. She's 25. She's so driven, so ambitious. I absolutely love the way she did my hair, and she takes so much pride in what she does. And for 25, like, people are chilling. You're not trying to take business serious and all of that. And so meeting her was just like really phenomenal. Shout out to Raven, because Raven set that up. So yes.
Respectfully. Now talk to me. When it comes to different makeup styles that you've done, you love like the active like blush and like burgundy hair, but you love burgundy, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so why is that like your go-to when it comes to like styles and everything? Why burgundy?
I would say it's not my go-to. Like, I leave that in the hands of Mikey.
Okay.
Mikey is the one who would say, okay, this color is going to go really well with you, or buy this type of hair, or do this color lipstick. So I really trust Mikey, his instinct. I say he's a stylist, a makeup artist, decorator, all the things. So it's a lot of guidance from him when it comes to like the beauty and the hair. And I also have like my other friend, her name is Candy. She does my hair as well. So it's that. I gotta also shout out my other hairstylist, Just Because hair salon in Brooklyn, Miss Carol. So, you know, I have like some amazing people that I work with. Yeah, I have some amazing people that I work with. No, but Just Because hair salon, which is owned by a Jamaican lady. Her name is Carol. Absolutely amazing. Shout out to Donna and the entire staff there at Just Because Beauty Salon in Brooklyn.
Definitely. Now, talk to me about some of your hosting events. You've hosted BaddieCon for 2025. Talk to me about that experience.
Oh my God, that that was like such an amazing experience. That was for me my best experience hosting an event. So
Most
I was
fun hosting event.
Yeah, I was one of the pink carpet rather, because they had a pink carpet. I was the pink carpet host. I met some phenomenal women. I was just blown away by the level at which that event was executed. That was the thing. Like that event, they took over like 4 stories.
Like 4 levels of,
yes.
Damn, that's impressive.
And when I tell you, everything was on point. Nothing was lacking.
Staff was on point. They did their
everything was on point. The decor, the panels, the turnout. They flew in influencers from all parts of the country to be there, and to be able to coordinate like that is phenomenal. Amazing. And that was Ali. She started Fourty P, Women in Tech. Phenomenal. That was my best. And I'm excited about this year. And yes, being more involved in everything in what they're doing. But that was phenomenal. The Fourty P, if you were not there, you need to be there this year. I'm telling you, amazing women in the room. Yeah.
Speaking of which, how important is it for women to come together and just represent each other? Like companies like Fourty P. How important is that for women?
It makes the biggest difference because we're stronger together. So you could have an event or activations that you're doing. And you can still come to support my event, my activations, because we're stronger together. We could do more together. Yeah. And the really dope thing is we have events where it's about women in tech, where it's about wellness, where it's about beauty. And you have all of these different communities, and all of these women, they are working together, which I absolutely love. I love working with women. I know a lot of people will say, oh, women are so much drama and this and that, but
you have the opposite experience, obviously.
Yes, I have met some girls. They're all about helping and supporting. Like, sis, what can I do to help you? And I'm the same way. So my experience working with the women here in New York, phenomenal. I'm super grateful.
Love that. Let's take a deep step out of New York City for a second. You've also traveled to Long Island as well. Let's talk about Koki Cottage for a second. The all pink event space. How do you like that when you went there? How was your experience?
That Koki is phenomenal. So her grandma is Guyanese.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Her grandma's Guyanese. That's what I'm talking about with all of these girls who are young, and they're all business women, business savvy, not just they just have a business. They had a vision, they got the support, they launched a business. Koki, oh my God, everybody needs to go there. Oh my God, so relaxing, so beautiful. Her vibes, her energy, phenomenal. But the way she decorated that space, just the ambiance.
Very colorful. Also a very kid-friendly space. If you have a quinceañera, sweet 16, even we can go younger, 10th birthday year old. You know what I'm saying? You can take them there. They will love that place.
100%.
Candle making classes. You can make drinks there, mocktails, of course. Everything is very kid-friendly. You love it.
No, it's super cool. Not just candles. She does scent. You can make perfume there. You could design phone cases there. Yep. And I know she does a few other things. And her candles are super unique. You're not going to find her that type of candle making anywhere else.
Now, it's a Bath and Body Work candle.
No. I love Bath and Body Work though. But anyway. No. Her candles are amazing.
Now, come on now. Now, talk to me. Any artists you've worked with in the past in terms of music artists? Central C? Let's talk to us about that.
Central C. Well, I am trying to at least interview him because his dad is Guyanese. And not just that. He represented Guyana when he was, I think it was at the Met Gala. He wore this brooch with the Guyana flag, which I thought was dope. Yes, so put us on, that stage, such a huge stage. I've worked with some amazing artists. One artist, he's from Long Island. His name is Ron E. He works with Hitmaker. He is phenomenal. He has this song, Worst Way. I absolutely love it. We had such a great time interviewing him. Lots of laughs. He's great. I've interviewed quite a few people. I can't even.
You saw Shensia in person.
At the Juvia's place.
How gorgeous is Shensia in person?
Shensia is a Barbie.
Come on, now respectfully.
Everybody say, "Oh, I'm a Barbie. Shensia is a Barbie."
In real life, though, none of that IG shit, gangster.
No. no. Shensia is a Barbie, like absolutely gorgeous.
Also met Spice as well. Talk to us about that.
Oh my God, I love Spice.
Talk to the people about that.
I love Spice. Spice is just
very down to earth.
Yes, down to earth. And Spice is herself. I love that she's just genuine. And like that's what you're gonna get. You're not gonna get. She's not trying to put on.
It's not for the camera and act. None of that.
Like she's raw. She's real. And she loves Guyana. I did this. I asked her to give the Guyanese girls a shout out. It went mad. Like
shy, respectfully.
It went crazy. Guyana loves Spice. I love Spice.
Now.
She's
Jamaica
amazing.
to Guyana, though. Respectfully, you showing love. Come on now.
It was amazing. Yeah, love Spice.
Now, come on now. I know you've seen a lot of trending. You know what I'm saying? Skits, podcasts going on. Would you ever do a pop the balloon challenge?
No.
Really? Why not? Why you don't see yourself doing that? And okay, let me give you the concept first. We doing a pop the balloon challenge, but this is like corporate. You feel what I'm saying? You're one of the women, and what y'all see in the front of y'all is like corporate men, not like some street nigga. He about to be funny on camera.
Absolutely not.
That's not your thing.
I don't need to, but yeah, no.
Yo, I'm fucking crying. Respectfully, we ain't on that timing. Not all content is good content. Respectfully, come on.
I'm too chill too. I'm too like I wouldn't like. I'm a very reserved person, as much as, I would share things and stuff, but I don't need to do one, but I wouldn't.
Now, question, would you consider yourself an introvert?
Yeah. But I'm an extrovert when it comes to work.
Yes, you definitely are. I would say that.
Yeah, so when you see me outside, I'm always like networking or I'm working. That's literally it. But if you see me at a dinner, know that, that's just me having family or friends time.
I'm saying, enjoying yourself, off day shit.
Yeah. But they have that introvert, a person who's introverted, but also an extrovert, which is, it's a thing. Of course, definitely. It's a thing.
Now, question, how are you when you are bringing out your shell? Will we see Tracey at a club? Do we see Tracey at a gathering that's not networking or business related? Talk to me. How are you when you are brought out your shell?
I'm pretty chill. Like, the good thing about me is that I can function in any environment. So, I've been put in places, not just here, but back home. As being a journalist, I went to this one event where they were looking for a guy who escaped from prison, and he started shooting at us, and I'm like in heels on the ground. You started ducking. What? I was like, I had to take a few days off. That was my first time. I was traumatized. That was my first time, being shot at. It happened a few other times after, and I was like, oh, yeah, regular shit.
You know what I'm saying? But the first time, it's a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah, me in my heels. It's a Monday. I'm cute. Like, what are we doing here?
This ain't the place for that. Respectfully. Yeah. Come on now. Now, word, talk to me, though. What advice do you have for girlies in the same career path that you are following? PR, they love to write blogs, they are a newspaper girly. What advice do you have to them?
First thing, I always say this, and I mean this, put God first. You have to. We are literally nothing without God. Put God first. And I feel like when I came to this country, people were trying to make me be this person and that person. They're like, you have to blend in. Oh, this is how the girls are. This is how they operate. This is what they do. And I just was more interested in being true to myself, being genuine, and sticking to my integrity and the values that I came up on. So you want to stick to that. Don't let people tell you that you have to change. If you're going to change for the better. And we all have to change, but not to fit in. I've never been one to try to fit in, so don't try to fit in. Try to stand out. Be genuine. Bring your authentic self. The people who were supposed to love you and who are supposed to be there for you, help you, support you, they will. And put God in everything. And, we ask God for things. Make sure you're preparing for the blessings that you're asking for as well. So, and get a mentor. Super important. Super, super important to get a mentor, to get someone who's going to support you, who's going to guide you, who you could bounce ideas off of as well. And, I always say, I got my good sis, again, Melissa, where I could call her in this field. She has a wealth of experience. And I'm like, I'm thinking about doing this story or this. What advice would you give me? And there are other people who I would call for advice in PR. I'm trying to work on this and I'm trying to get in contact with that person. So you got to build a community too. And I've been able to do that as well. Those are some of the things I would say.
I love that. Now, what tips do you have for asking interviews to people? Do your research, of course.
Yes, you have to. Bring your personality once you're not crazy. Because you don't want to be doing too much. Just let your personality these shine through. People think, I am chill, I'm reserved, but I'm actually very funny. So I let that come out. I would say let your personality shine through. Of course, you got to be prepared and look at things that you would like to do that's unique, that's not being done, and take that risk on it is what I would say.
Respectfully, of course. Now, social media handles, where can we find you at? Where can we reach out?
Yes, so I am on Instagram, Tracey with the E _AK, which is basically my middle and my last initials. So Tracey _AK. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on LinkedIn, Tracey Khan.
Yes.
On those platforms for sure. And also make sure you follow my business page, One Media Management, as well.
Of course. So if you're a business owner who wants your own newspaper blog, please reach out to One Media Management for all newspaper blog posts. Also, I wanted to ask you, so what is your budget? If a business owner reaches out to you, what is your budget for like newspaper blogs or like a website post?
So I don't charge people to write a newspaper article or any article. For like the newspaper, the magazines, those are basically free. For music exclusives, we don't charge either. But if you're trying to promote yourself as an artist and stuff, then there are promo packages for those. And then for my company, if you're looking for someone to do the marketing, the PR, I normally would I have, different packages that I offer. And I also, most of the times my packages, they have to be customized depending on what the client want. Right. Yeah. So it's usually customized where if you want to, you want to take a package with everything that I offer, or you're like, okay, these are some of the things that I don't need, because sometimes people come and they're like, oh, I already have someone who does my social media, so I don't need that. Absolutely. I just need to get just newspaper placements. Ooh. So like the packages, most of the things that I work on are customized packages, basically.
No, I love that.
So it varies.
So if you're an artist, nonprofit organization, a company, please reach out to Tracey Khan. If you want your networking done, websites, newspaper blogs, whatever the case may be, please reach out. You're outside. Thank you for coming up on my platform.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you. Keep going. This is a dope platform. I have been introduced to some amazing people because of you.
Thank you.
And I love that you're giving everyone the opportunity to come on your platform to share their stories, share their businesses. So shout out to you.
Come on now. We outside. Fantasy TV. The girls that get it, get it.